Hi, welcome to the TechHub.training solution video for the Hidden Messages challenge within Alteryx. If before watching this video you have yet to find your own solution, I encourage you to do so that it is more beneficial to your learning progress. But if you've been trying and are still running into issues, then hopefully this video will be a help to you. After you do form a solution, we encourage you to reply to the original post so that you can contribute to and be a part of our community and help build us up. So going into Alteryx, here is my workflow that I've created to form my solution. Keep in mind, this is very common with most data technologies. There are multiple solutions to almost any challenge, and this is no exception. But this is just my solution that I found to solve this problem that was created. What you create might be different than mine, or it might follow the same, but this is just meant as a guide for those who need it. And so a couple of things that I want to get into before we actually go through the solution is first, when you download the start file, it'll just be this input tool with one column and 7 rows of data with seemingly random blocks of text. We will be manipulating this text through regular expressions, which is shorthanded to regex. Next, in my hint section on the solution on the TechHub page, is that regex is known for being very user-friendly, and it walks you through how to use all of its tools. And so we see that there's 5 here that I use. And if you press regex and then, or the tool that you want to use, and then open example, it will open a workflow that you can run so you can see the outputs and the functionality and even a description of what happens for just this one tool and each of the different things that it does. And so that is the first big thing if you're getting into Alteryx now. And second, if you've never used regex, then you don't have to worry about that either, because Alteryx is also user-friendly in that regard. In this section, format to convert, regular expression, you're going to see that I said in the challenge, remove all spaces, or 3 lowercase letters, or uppercase letter, symbol, uppercase letter, or a number. And if you press this plus symbol in the format to convert section, you can add any of these special characters so that you can find these instances of text within these blocks of text that are there. So it's very user-friendly and pretty easy to navigate. Now getting into the actual solution through the regex tools, first I said to remove all spaces. You can do that by simply doing on the output method of replace, you can do a /s and keep the replacement text empty, and that will substitute it out. So we see this transition from the first one with all these random spaces. In the second output, there are no spaces at all. Next, replace 3 lowercase letters with a space. I did that with \L curly brackets 3. Now that means 3 in a row of whatever precedes the stuff in the curly brackets. And so lowercase l is a \L is a lowercase letter repeated 3 times. And this one we're going to replace with a space. You can see there's a space there. And we're doing this because since we removed the spaces in the beginning, we know that nothing that is a space afterwards is part of the original data. It's something that we did to modify it. And so we can be secure that if it is there, then it is because we put it there, and we can work with those spaces later on in a way that's more efficient, and we'll see that. So next, uppercase letter, symbol uppercase letter, and I did that /u, which is uppercase letter, /big W, which is any non-alphanumeric character, and then /u again. And that replaces us with a space again. And so this is the outgoing data. Next, replace letter, number, symbol sequences with a space. And so that leaves us with the data that is here. Next, we find out that there's only one relevant character in each row, and that's going to be a character following a symbol and then a number. And we can see that each row has two instances of that. And so when we do our regular expression, which is /w, remember, non-alphanumeric, and then /d, which is a number, any number, then we do a period. Now a period can be anything, that is any character, it's a wildcard symbol. And so that will return anything that follows after /w/d. So non-alphanumeric, so any symbol and a letter. And the reason these parentheses are here is because that is what's called a capture group in regex. So that means what it returns when you parse it will be just what is in that group. If there was another group here, then it would create more columns. But we only want the one character. And so we're going to change our output method to tokenize. We're going to, since we looked at it and saw that there was two instances of this, we can say there's going to be two columns. And so we have column 1 and column 2. Now finally, we are asked to group that all into one row. And so what you can do is these two rows we just created, and you might want to rename them and make sure that the output is called 1 and 2, or just be familiar with what it is. Group both of those columns by concatenation, and you want to make sure that, and you can find concatenate in string, concatenate. So you highlight, add, and then concatenate under the string subtab. And then there's going to be a separator right here, and it defaults to a comma, and you're going to want to remove that so you get the full row. Now finally, we are told that we want to make sense of this using our critical thinking. And now we know that back 1 is not the final answer, but it is a hint as to what this could be. And so this is a Caesarean cipher, and if we take all these letters and go back 1 on the keyboard, or even for the symbol, go back 1, we get the word winner with an exclamation point at the end. And it's common practice to have an output of some sort on your data, and so we just finished that with the browse tool there. So yeah, that's my solution for this challenge. Hopefully this video helped you, and again, if you found this helpful, or if you found a different solution, or if you just enjoyed the challenge, comment on the challenge page, and we hope that you can find more enjoyable things while exploring TechHub.training. Thanks.